how would your character describe his time in quarantine?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I got to put on a Mexican accent now.
This is how an actor prepares people. This is
yes,
typically you don't see this.
Well, man, it's like I don't want to. I can't go outside. I can't like go to a bar. I'm just going to a bar and just like having a beer and watching sports. I just gotta be inside with my mother-in-laws here all the time. Just having me paint stuff and fix stuff under the sink. There's a leak. I'm not a plumber. I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
But you want me to go? You want me to get a wrench? I don't even know which one's the wrench.
Your face completely changed. The demeanor, actually, the look of your visage completely changed. That's method acting. That was wonderful to see.
That's good. Yeah, I hope that wasn't horrible.
No, it was. I'm being totally serious.
Okay, good.
The whole look on your face changed. Right now, you're cheery, smiley Ian, and then you could feel the darkness and the depression of the mother-in-law in your face. It was beautiful. As an actor, you rarely know when your next job is, right? If you're on a series and you're going year to year, at least you know when you go on hiatus, in 4 months, I'm going to be working again. But typically, like if you finish a movie...
Maybe.
Right,
I mean, you don't know sometimes. You go on hiatus and you don't know if you have a job, in a few months or not. You have no idea.
Right.
So I'm nice. Kind of used to... actors are kind of used to. I mean, if we're lucky enough to get a job, and then there's no job security. So this whole thing is like, well, this is normally what my life is like: not working, hanging around, day drinking, napping.
Right.
And so this is really not that different than what I usually do.
All of America is getting a taste of what the actor's life is right now. America.
Right, exactly.
It's not as easy as it's not all glamour. It's not all glamour and publicists and green M&Ms in your dressing room. There's a hard edge to the insecurity of this life.
There's no red carpet here. There's no carpet here. I have a runner. It's a beige runner.
Oh.
It's not a red carpet.
Wasn't that the title of your first studio album, Beige Runner?
Yes, Beige Runner. Yes.
Yeah.
I did all my acoustic stuff on there. Yeah.
It was a bleak album. But dark. Your voice was fantastic.
Yeah. Leonard Cohen went, "Ooh, that's dark."
Tom Waits said, "Ooh, that is heavy. That is heavy stuff." So you just go from audition to audition, and you got to be good at auditions. Have you ever, what is your worst audition memory or experience? Do you have one that stands above all else?
I have a bad one.
Good.
It was pretty early on. My wife, at the time, Nia Vardalos, and I, we had one car, and so she drove me to the audition. And what it was, though, I found out that it wasn't really an audition. It was a meeting. And now a meeting is where you're not reading for the director or the casting director or the producers.
Right.
You're just having a conversation about the script and the character, and they decide if they want to work with you. Now, usually people of higher stature in the entertainment industry don't have to audition anymore. Maybe they'll have a meeting. So it's like, oh, I got a meeting. I don't have to. So I read the script, right? There's for a movie, read the script. And then I go into the place and the room is packed. It's like 10 actors and they all have their sides. The sides are, the lines that they're going to read the scene. Right.
Right.
So they're all like practicing. They're all like, talking to themselves and like, I'm just sitting there like all relaxed. I have nothing in my hand.
I got a meeting. I don't have to do anything.
I got a meeting here for meeting. Yep. All good. So I go in and it's the casting director and the director. And the casting director and I were chatting and blah, 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 this and that and the other thing. And the director's kind of just staring at me and wondering if like I'm the type of person he would want in his movie.
Mm-hmm.
So then the casting director goes, after about 5 minutes, she goes, "Okay, are you ready to read?" And I went, I was told that this is a meeting and it's not an audition. I wouldn't be reading. And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, we could do one of two things. You could either do a cold reading, or you could take the scene we're going to do, go outside, and then after all of those people are done, you can come in." And I was like, "Well, that's going to be like an hour and a half." Mia's downstairs waiting for me, and so I go, "Okay, I'll do it." I'm an improviser. I'll do a cold reading.
How hard can it be?
How hard can it be? I read the script. I'm familiar with it, but I was a little bit nervous. So we're going through the scene, and I don't remember any of the lines of what it was, but it's like, here I got some napkins here, right? So I go, the napkins are on the table. So I go, the napkins are on the table. I stutter and stammer, and I'm doing, I'm kind of stumbling through the entire thing.
Right.
And get through the whole thing. And the director finally goes, and I go, "I know. Napkins are on the table."
Oh, no. Oh.
So I'm making fun of myself through the stuttering, like as if I have a mental problem. And then I realized that the director has a tremendous stutter, a debilitating stutter. And they're both staring at me like gave his mother to the Nazis or something. And I had no hair. So the cold sweat just is pouring down my face. And all of a sudden I can't hear. And all of a sudden, the casting director's talking and at me, and I don't hear. I hear it just like it's a Charlie Brown adult. I just hear, and I'm like, I'm all I'm thinking is, I gotta get out of this room. I gotta get out of this room. And then I don't know how I got out, but I went, thank you. And then I ran downstairs in the car, and then he goes, how's the audition? I go, drive.
Oh my God!
I didn't get that part.
No,
I don't even know what movie it was. It's probably like Avatar or something. I don't know. No, it wasn't. I have no idea what it was, but I didn't get it.
Oh,
yeah, that was. That was bad.
Ooh. Wow. You could have physically taken a crap on the rug and would have been better off.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh.
Now I'm I don't ask women if they're pregnant. I don't make fun of stutters. I've learned my lesson. Keep your mouth shut until you read the room, find out what's going on before you say anything.
Oh yeah. My friend Paul, we were in Las Vegas about 6 months ago, and he's talking to this female bartender and trying to, get her phone number. And she was a very attractive, buxom lady, very personable, chit-chatting, and clearly was interested in him. And out of the blue, he turns to her and he goes, "So when are you due?"
What is he new?
No.
What?
I turned to him and I said, "Paul, what?" He goes, "Well, clearly she's pregnant." That's what he said. Clearly she's pregnant. The look on her
within
face,
earshot, so she could hear that.
4 feet away from him. She just turned and walked away, and I was like, Paul, no. Even unless you could see the baby peeking through their Lululemons, you don't say that. Oh, people. But that's what makes life fun.